Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure brings us to Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We're going to give this place a quick walk around today and check out the grounds and see what makes this place so special. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Got me some good coffee bright and early, get me all woke up and ready to rock and roll today. But before my day really started, I did want to come out here to Art of Animation Disney Resort, give you a little walk around, show you some of the ins and outs. This, if you've watched my other video on Pop Century, the layout of this resort is very similar. They almost mirror each other. They have all pretty much the same amenities and things of that nature. But something that stands apart, kind of separates the two, the theming of the grounds. That's what I want to show off today. Your kids might enjoy it if they're big fans of, you know, cars. Or you have Little Mermaid, you have Dory, and then down there at the end you have a little Lion King stuff going on. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you the grounds, show you some of the amenities they have, and yeah, let you make your decision if this is a place you would like to stay. If it comes down to either Pop Century or Art of Animation, which one you like the most is that's what this video is about today. So let's get into it. Let's get a little walk around going. I gotta get woke up. So at this moment in time, we're looking at the driveway coming into the resort. And if you're like coming from the airport or anything like that, as you see a bus right there, this is where they're going to drop you off. You're going to do all your checking in and dropping your luggage off if you want to go straight to the parks, and they'll take care of your luggage for you and hold on to it till your room's ready, which I think is really, really cool. And then as I kind of pan around, you can kind of see some of the characters up there, you know, from Lion King. There's Dory, you have Little Mermaid, and then you have the Pixar cars. And then right here to the left is where all the buses will come pick you up and take you to each individual park, which this is pretty much all resorts, but they do have quite a few lanes down through there to go to all of them. I think some of the other resorts I've stayed at, right off the top of my head, I think of Port Orleans, they only have like 2 bus stops, but it's a much smaller resort than this place. And you will see the footprint of this place is quite large, and that could be a good thing or that can be a bad thing. So let's move forward into the main hall here where they have guest services, and I'll show you around in there. So right here, this is called Animation Hall. This is the main entrance as we walk in to the building. Have a lot of cool art all lit up here on the side. Very beautiful. Right here to the right, this here is your guest services area, where if you don't do mobile check-in, you can come here and get all checked in. They can take care of park tickets and any kind of issues you may have in your visit. Then we'll walk around here. I want to show you their arcade. It's called Pixel Play Arcade. They have all kinds of good stuff in here. The world's largest Pac-Man. And if you've seen my video from Pop Century, they have pretty much the exact same game. So it is these two resorts really do mirror each other a lot. So yeah, they have a lot of the same stuff. I just give it a quick pan around. It is very large, and in the evening this place will get quite busy. Here's some old school. Got some Miss Pac-Man, Galaga. Some of you dads out there might come in here and play a little bit. Look at that. Some old that's Mario Brothers, not even Super Mario Brothers. So right here is guest services. We just come out of the arcade, and now I'm going to show you where the shopping is. They got a store right here. And then right up here you can see it says Landscape of Flavors. Here's the shopping area, by the way. And this is where you come get some food. This is first thing in the morning, so they have all the breakfast things up here, what they're serving at the time. They have a little bit of everything. Some cups here that you can get, which are refillable. Then we have they have like some cereals over here. Bananas, a little bit of fruit. If you don't have a sweet tooth first thing in the morning, here's all your juices and drinks. They got Coke products. Here's all your bagels and danishes, cookies. That apple danish right there looks pretty yummy. Some muffins. It's like a crumb cake right there. That looked pretty good. Then I'm gonna come back over here, and there is the turkey sandwich, which I highly recommend if you don't want to eat a hamburger or a hot dog or pizza or something like that and you want something a little lighter. That turkey sandwich right there is money, guarantee it. Shrimp salads, got some pineapple, you got some Mickey cupcakes that look very chocolatey. And here is the Little Mermaid tail cupcake. And if you like pretzels, they got them with that good fake cheese down there that nobody knows what's in it, but it tastes really good. All kinds of good stuff in there. So if you don't want anything out of the coolers and things of that nature, you can come over here and get in these little queue lines and order your breakfast. So they got a few different areas you can order from, about 3. One there, one here, and then one here. And as you can see, they're dishing out the eggs back there, and they just serve it to you, sausage, Mickey waffles, all that good stuff. All right, so that's the chow hall. So let's move on out this way now to the main part of the resort, which you will be greeted with a very large swimming pool area. Right over here is the drop-off, which is an adult bar. We can actually walk over here first before I show you the pool really good. This is a good time to show the pool because nobody's in it. It's too early. So here's the animation hall, which we just came out of. Swimming pool, the first of 3 is right in front of us. So we will go off to the, I'm gonna go to the right on this review first. We're starting here. I'm gonna show you the pool, and then we're gonna head in this direction, because this is where I think this area here is really cool, and I'm gonna show you why. You're gonna see some really cool theming. So let's head to the pool, and then we're gonna backtrack to the right a little bit. So we're gonna walk forward right here. It's pretty cool to have a recreation activity board where they have campfires by Pride Rock from 6 to 7. Then they have the movie Under the Stars, which is pretty basic. They do that at pretty much all the parks I've noticed. Or I mean resorts, I'm sorry. This ain't a park. This here is the main gate entrance to go into the swimming pool, which is, this whole area right here is obviously like an underwater theme. It's really cool. As you can see, the water spraying off the jellyfish back there. So this place here, in the words of Adam the Woo, is a real beehive of activity throughout the day. Trust me. Now we're going to make our way down this path. Oh man, check that shoe out. That blends in almost perfectly. Somebody just left it there. Now, did some young kid unhappily kick it off? Somebody just put it up there, and the parent was so frustrated he didn't even look to see the child kick the shoe off, or what was going on. It happens. It happens. So this first area we're coming to is Cars, Radiator Springs. This is so cool down here. This is part of the best. This is like the best part about this resort, in my opinion. So here we are at another directory. So we just left Animation Hall. Okay, gang? We're coming this way. So we're here. So we're about to walk down into the cars area. So yeah, I really like this. Now, when I stayed here at Art of Animation, I stayed in the aerial area, like, you know, under the sea area. So but this would be awesome if you have a kid who's a fan of Cars, the movie, or maybe you're an adult and you like it. I mean, look at this theming. This is just so cool. It looks so much like a road down through here, and like, you know, you're almost like in a desert. You got the car sitting out here from the movie. It is just well themed. It just has that old, like, Western look to it. Like, you know, you're in just out in the Midwest somewhere. Danger near fainted. Like, you know, there's no water, running water around. And then on the buildings, how they got the clouds up there and the artwork of like rock. And that's so cool. And then right over here to the right, we have Tomater signage.
You got the
Yeah, I like it. I like also when you go off the main path at the ground, even though it looks very solid, it's very like bouncy. It's very like squishy, bouncy, you know, so if your kids are out here playing around, you know, it's not gonna, it's just real soft. I wish everything at Walt Disney World was made with this stuff. Maybe your back and legs and feet wouldn't hurt so much at the end of the day. That's just an old fella talking though. Yeah, like, look at his face. He's kind of grinning a little bit. I like that. That's so cool. I just couldn't imagine being a child walking in here and just freaking out over this stuff. Cozy Comb Motel. Let's walk over here. We have a Route 66 sign. Telling you like where the laundry is, things like that. Finding Nemo is to the right. Animation Hall. How cool is that? That is pretty good. Looks like they're doing some refurbishment because, trust me, that is not normal. And right here is Tomater. Those big old teeth. So you see, Disney really put a lot of effort in, I think, in this resort when it comes to their theming. But they had a lot to work with too. I mean, those movies were so cool and so iconic now, and you know, it's really a lot of good theming going on here. You got like some, it's like cones, right? Like road cones set up, and it's like just to keep you out of the sun, which I think is good because on a day like today, that would come in very handy. So it's just going to be up, I think our high today, supposed to be about 90 degrees here in March. Spring break time of the year. So it's really starting to get hot in Florida again. But luckily, not a lot of humidity at the moment. Then you got the Wheel Whale Motel area. This is the final building here at the end. And if you ever been to Disneyland, or it might have been California Adventure, where they actually have the Radiator Springs Cars ride, on the back side of that ride, if you look at the mountains, you see like the tail end of cars sticking up, and you can see they kind of recreated that down through there. Alright friends, we're back at another directory just to give you some bearings of where I'm located. So we came in here at the animation hall, we looked at the swimming pool, then we walked down here to where Cars is at, and now I have backtracked across by animation hall. We are right here, and these hotels right here are actually the Lion King, and then we're going to finish the Lion King, and then we're going to move further down and go down to Little Mermaid and check that out. So let's do this. So here's Rafiki as we enter the Lion King area. So we were actually walking in from that area. It's quite busy this morning, a lot of people going to the parks. So we walked down this pathway. Come right around this corner, and then when you look up, you get to see Simba and his friends up here on this big old log that's been, this tree has actually fell over, which I think is pretty awesome looking. Great photo op right here. And also if you look down at the ground in the pavement, they have like, you see like leaves, right? And like maybe some palm tree leaves. They've kind of etched into the ground. So there's little details everywhere. But this place definitely does have more of a jungly feel. It's really cool. Much different landscaping in this area, the way it's themed to match, you know, the Lion King. And that's something that's so cool about this resort, because it almost makes you feel like when you're in Animal Kingdom, you know, and you go to Asia or you go to, you know, one of the other areas, Africa, it's all themed so differently. And I think that's what makes this resort really neat. You know, I mean, the Cars area looks totally different than this. It looks more like a shrub desert type place, you know. Look at all these cool places for these kids to be playing.
It's right there. I mean, it's right on the other side of our.
That is like really, really neat. All kinds of cool stuff to keep them excited. Yeah, you know I gotta walk in this little cave, right? Yeah, check it out. And right when I said that, here come a child. See, it's like they gotta do it, right? Yeah, I just think this area is just so cool. I really like it. Big old claws. So as we leave the Lion King area, we come to another directory. Once again, I show you out, there's Animation Hall. So we actually walk down through here, and now we're at this area, and this is where you go into the Little Mermaid buildings. So they're doing some pressure washing down there with it's quite loud. So I'm just going to do the best I can and try to give you a quick little overview through there and not get too close to all that noise. So I'm standing here right in the middle to try to get away from some of that noise. And as you see, the theming, once again, it really pops as you have Sebastian. He's like just right there, you know, so that's another great opportunity to have a cool picture with your family or your child, whatever. And I just think that's really cool, because little things like that are just sprinkled throughout this whole entire resort. So right over here you got the king, very large and in charge with his trident. Looks pretty amazing. We look at Sebastian one more time. Notice the theming of the plants that they used here in the shrubbery to make it look like you're underneath the sea. Check that out, boy. Now, you know what? I'm not a fan. That woman right there scares me, so I don't even like looking at her too long. But I just wanted to show you how large some of these figures are as we just do a quick pan. Now, this here is the swimming pool back here in the Little Mermaid area. As you can see in the background, it's not too, if the sun ain't messing with this shot too much, you can actually see Ariel right there. Really cool. I just seen a family coming through here just a few minutes ago, and their daughter was just losing her mind over Ariel. She loved it. So I'm gonna give you a quick, we're gonna walk all the way back to the back where Ariel is and do a quick look around, and then we're gonna make our way back to the center, maybe along the lake. And I do want to say something, it kind of makes me chuckle. You know, I'm sitting here wanting to do this walk around, you know, earlier in the morning while it was a little bit quieter. And man, was I wrong. I forget, when you come to Disney, when it gets to be daylight, they start, it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad. They are clean freaks. They clean all the time. They want everything spotless. So as soon as they're daylight, I'm telling you, there ain't a whole lot of sleeping in when you come here, because you have stuff like that. You'll see pressure washing, leaf blowers, everything. You might as well just get up early and go to the park. I just think that is hilarious. So I just wanted to, if you've ever had that experience when you come to Disney, please put in the comment section down below. I love reading them. And do you agree with me? Do y'all have that same thing? Like when you come here, it seems like once it's daylight, it's on. It's all free game then. You will hear leaf blowers, people mowing, and pressure washing every time. Like I say, they're always cleaning. So I'm back here on the back side of the swimming pool, and they actually do have the pool hours posted here also, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. So just remember that. I think that's a good bit of news. So if you're staying back here around really close to a pool, you know, you might have a little bit of noise outside, you know, to about 11 o'clock at night, you know. So just keep that in mind. And there is a good shot at the aerial that they have here at the hotel, with all the colorful fish pointing toward her, you know. She is definitely the center of attention in this mural. So as we exit the Little Mermaid area of this resort, I wanted to walk out here on the path that goes around Hourglass Lake and just kind of show you what it looks like. So this is a great path for exercise or just walking. If you're a walker or a runner, jogger, whatever, it goes around this entire lake. I really am not totally sure what the length is, but I would say it's pretty close to a mile. If it's not a mile, this is a pretty good sized lake. As we look across, as the Skyliners are going to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, you can actually see Pop Century, which mirrors this resort right across the lakeway here. So this is really cool. I really enjoy this path. It's such a beautiful morning. And you know, earlier when I was walking over here from Pop Century, because that's where I'm staying at the time of this recording, is there was quite a few people out here getting their morning jogs in before they do their park day. So it's really cool as we see some ducks out there. And of course you are in Florida, so anytime you're around water, fresh water, always take heed to these danger warning signs. Alligators and snakes in the area, you know, do not feed the wildlife type stuff. I think that is very good advice, because you just never know what lurks in that water. And I've never seen an alligator in there, not to say there's not one, but I sure wouldn't want to take my chances as I see a whole school of fish swimming along that greenery down there. And also there is no fishing. Unfortunately, what a great place to fish if you could, but no fishing. They do have no fishing signs up around the lake posted, so just remember that when you come here. Don't bring your fishing rod to Disney World if you're going to try to fish in here anyway. There's other places you can go to do that. Now over here on this side at the resort, I always have noticed this boat dock being here, and it's like a barge that sits here, and then there's like a pontoon boat off to the left. I believe that's if something would ever happen with that Skyliner and it would stop, I would believe that's what would come out while it was hanging over the water and rescue you. Pretty much, you know, be able to open the door and give you a way onto that barge thing to get it off the Skyliner. That's my best guess. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, guys, we made it to another directory. So we just finished up down here in the Little Mermaid area. We made our way along the lake. You are right here. So now we're going to take a look at the Finding Nemo area, the last area we're going to check out today before we end the video. So let's walk over here and check out some of this theming and see what you think about it. So as we walk through, once again, it's similar. You know, they have a lot of fish on the wall, you know, a lot of decor like that. If you look at it, everything supposed to look like it's underwater. So look at some of the plants, how it looks like, you know, underwater plants, like it's floating. You know, look at that. I think that is so cool. Some of the landscaping they did such a great job with it. Just look around as they're playing Wipeout. And here is the wave rider himself. Look at this big old wave. It says no climbing please. I know it looks like you could do it, but check that out. There is the dude. Got some seagulls up there looking over the pool area. Some nice fish on the side. This place has really got some good theming too, but in my opinion, I mean, the pool kind of takes over in the Finding Nemo area in my opinion. I think my favorite area as far as theming, I really like the cars, and you know, Little Mermaid is pretty awesome too, you know. But down here, I mean, you got so much music, and this is really a lively place. Most of the people venture to this area throughout the day. So over there is the dude riding his wave, and then right here we have another character with a big smiley face. Really not sure who that is, but I'm not up to speed on all the names of characters. Try to give you a good, he is huge. So a lot of fun in here, you know. It's well themed also. This is probably not my favorite area by no means, but it's pretty good. So here we are at the directory right next to Hourglass Lake. Okay, we're right here. This here is the last amenity I can show you, is the Skyliner. Then that's the bridge that takes you over to Pop Century. It connects the two resorts more or less. So let's walk that way. All right, friends, we are winding this video down, and this here is, to me, these two resorts on Hourglass Lake, this is what makes them a big winner for me. Big benefit is the Disney Skyliner. This is such a cool thing to have. I mean, you know, the other resorts, you have buses and you have monorails, and some of them have some boats, but this one is really cool. I really like that, you know, this will take you to Hollywood Studios and the Riviera Resort, and then Epcot, and then you can also get off at the transfer station and do, you know, Caribbean Beach Resort if you want to go over there and eat at Sebastian's or something like that. So right here's where you would actually come to get on the Skyliner, and it's really an awesome way to travel to the two theme parks that will take you to. It's very fast. I think yesterday we went to Hollywood Studio first thing in the morning when it was at its most crowded, and it took us only about 20 minutes, you know, to get on. And I mean, it was a very quick process, because they really are now filling, you know, the mask mandate. You don't have to wear a mask on them if you do not want to. So they are really packing these little cabins full now and getting a lot of people out of these resorts and into the parks really quick in the morning. So to me, that's a big advantage. And it's a fun way to travel. You know, I love the Skyliner. And that will pretty much do it for me today. I hope this review or walk around was helpful for you today, just to kind of make up your mind which one of these resorts you might want to stay at, or maybe you just, you know, you ain't even worried about Pop Century. You just want to stay at Art of Animation. Whatever helps you make your decision is kind of what this video was all about. So that being said, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. If you like today's content and this little walk around and it was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Put in the comment section down below if you have ever stayed at this resort before, and give me your thoughts. I'd like to hear what you got to say about it. So that is all I got for you today. Until next time, I will see you in my next video.